Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 45 of the Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson, and this is Jenny Severson.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good, thanks. I love your sweater.
Thank you. I feel like you've been upstaging me in the wardrobe department lately, so I thought I'd show up a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't know we were both going to be going with the cable knit situation.
I do love a cable knit. This is kind of like fake cable knit. Yours is more real.
Sweaters.
Cool.
'Tis the season.
To be sure.
There is a situation happening in our hometown that I read about.
Okay.
And I'm really more interested because my reaction, I don't know what yours would be. So
Okay.
I don't know. It's in Steamboat Bay. There's a gentleman who owns a home.
What's Steamboat Bay?
It's on Gull Lake.
Oh.
He has a helicopter that he owns, and he has some sort. It must be just kind of an oversized pontoon that he can drive out to the lake, and then he can land his helicopter on that and then drive it in.
Oh. It's pretty cool.
My thought exactly. People in Gull Lake do not agree.
Oh, he's disrupting.
It's against ordinance.
I could see that. It could be loud.
Yep.
Disruptive.
But I mean, how often can he really be flying the helicopter in and out of there? And also, it's kind of cool.
Super cool.
Like if I went to somebody's house, I'd be like, well, does he have like a schedule? Like, when can I come back and see this production happen? Like, I don't understand why people are like upset about it.
How do you know about this?
I saw an article.
In the newspaper?
Digital newspaper.
It was in the paper?
It was in some form of digital media that came across my Google News feed.
This sounds like it is not newsworthy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because they're like suing each other, and like he sued the city, and now the city's countersued him. So like, I don't know. It's like a whole big thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Wow. Well, having not heard the sound of the helicopter, I'm not sure which direction I lean.
Yeah.
But my first thought is, no, let the guy have his helicopter.
Yeah. He made a claim that it wasn't very loud, like in part of the article. And I'm like, well, I mean, helicopters are pretty loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a jet, but.
When I was growing up, someone on our lake had a very small plane.
So.
And it was never disruptive.
His initial argument was exactly that. There are float planes all over that lake, but somehow it's designated as like a water airway, like it got designated that by the FAA. I don't know.
Oh,
but but somehow that doesn't cover helicopters. It must only cover float planes specifically. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've seen helicopters that get floats put on it. It's like, I don't know, man.
Why
just
not?
adapt.
yeah. Interested to see how this one lands. Are you patronizing me?
I'm not. That was good. Anyways, I saw that, and I don't know. My initial instinct was like, "Who cares? Let the guy fly his helicopter."
Same.
But then, like when I saw it was getting litigious, I'm like, "He's probably a dickhead."
When you said same, I was like, yeah, that does sound like a dick move. Also, I get annoyed when our neighbors mow their lawn too early on a Saturday. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Interesting. I was curious about this. There was a little neighborhood event we went to see Santa and a tree light up.
Mm-hmm.
Did that count? Are we done with seeing Santa? Did we count that as the official?
Absolutely.
We're
He saw
so
him.
good at that.
We were there.
Yeah.
Photos were taken.
Yeah.
It's done.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
I even asked the children if they had a chance to tell Santa what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not. And I said, well, maybe we could write a letter.
Yeah.
And instead, they suggested that they can just tell Elf.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They also both stated that he wasn't the real Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're old enough to know how it works.
They had their own hypotheses.
Yeah.
Hypotheses?
Yeah.
About what exactly that meant.
Mm-hmm.
Clementine's was very he's at the North Pole working on the toys.
Yeah.
So he can't be here because he's really busy. And Jude's was a little bit more like, he just, how could he be all these places?
Yeah. Both valid arguments.
Yeah, absolutely.
In their own right. Mm-hmm. There was a horse-drawn carriage ride through a little park. And we were in one of the last groups, or we were told that.
The line was too long.
The line was very long.
It didn't seem so long when you walked up to it. It seemed like it was going to go quickly.
It's because there's so many tiny humans.
But it did not go quickly. It was a very slow-moving line.
Yeah. So at one point we got word that we were going to be like in the last crew and it was going to be tight. And there was a father and daughter behind us.
Son, I think.
Son. And...
Child. Father and child.
Father and child. And they were kind of chatting about whether or not they were going to be able to get on. And we both were just like, you can take our seats. If there's only two left.
We kind of chat and
we
cut.
We did a chat and cut.
I mean, it was Smith, probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably
See what's going on over here?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize.
She's doing a chat and cut.
Absolutely.
Yes,
it was a well-executed chat and cut.
I respect your skills. Really. Excellent.
It was well executed. But it was one woman standing in line.
Yeah.
Holding the spot for a group of 12.
Right.
So that is, in my opinion, a little too... And she was like, well, that's why I was here. It was saving our spot.
Yeah.
I was like, still, 12 people coming in front of you?
It's real suburban mom behavior.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Yeah.
So, we told him that he could have our spot.
So we finally get up, and it wasn't even the last ride anymore. Like,
And by us, we mean me and you.
Yes.
Not the children.
No, not the children. Yes, we were sending the children, and we were giving up our 2 seats for other deserving people. And when we got the kids on, we walked away, and we had a thermos with a little rum chata coffee in it. And we were like, I'm like, did we just execute that perfectly? And then the woman came and grabbed us by the shoulders. It was like, thank you so much. You're on the next one. Don't go anywhere. We're like, no thanks. We're good.
Took her a minute.
Yeah.
She just thought we were really nice
Oh,
people.
yeah. What'd she say? She goes, oh, go have a date.
Yeah. For the 5 minutes that the kids are on this horse-drawn carriage ride.
Yeah.
It was cute, though.
Yeah, we went and had a little 5-minute date.
Yeah. Was that a date?
I don't know.
Oh.
Felt like a date.
Oh.
Was it not a date?
I didn't know it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should have defined the situation.
Yeah, I feel like I would have behaved differently had I known.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Next time I'll tell you when it's a date. All right. It's Christmas movie season.
Yay. I love Christmas movies.
And I wanted there's something specific I want to do this week, but first, just because we watched, well, 1.5 of the Home Alones.
Mm-hmm.
Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2 got a little interrupted, so we have to give that one a little rewatch.
It needs a proper viewing.
But great movies, first of all.
Delightful.
Can we talk about the McAllisters for a second, though?
Okay.
First of all, what do we think Mr. McAllister's job is?
Oh, well, that's a pretty nice house. And they go on pretty nice vacations.
Traveling to France at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The Florida one, I mean, I don't know what it costs to go to Florida, I guess, in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it's Mr. McAllister? Maybe it's Mrs. McAllister. Who has the job?
I feel like, isn't it referenced in the first one that it doesn't work? I thought that was like her whole conversation with John Candy was about just like being a mother and how that's why she felt like such a failure.
Oh,
but maybe I just read into
must have
that.
missed that.
I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume. Maybe she has an OF or something I don't know about.
I don't know what that means.
OnlyFans.
Oh, come on. Gross. He lives in Chicago.
Yep.
The only person I know who lives in Chicago is in advertising.
Indeed.
So I'm going with advertising.
Yeah. I think he does something legitimate, but I think he has another source of income.
You think he's like a drug dealer?
There's something going on. Like, why is Uncle Frank around so much?
I hate Uncle Frank.
Everybody hates Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank is the worst.
Yep. Not a great uncle.
Well, what would Uncle Frank being around have to do with being a drug dealer?
I don't know. I feel like that's just odd behavior, right? He seems to be cheap, and I think he knows how the money's made, and he holds it over his brother and uses it to his advantage too. Or he could be in on it too.
Oh, I think he just has a business job somewhere.
I think they're accountants and they're stealing money somehow, insider trading or something.
Do you really think this?
No,
Oh.
I'm just having fun. I don't know what they do.
He has a very boring business job.
Yes.
100%.
Right. Well, and he must work a lot of hours because it's very clear he doesn't have a very affectionate relationship with any of his children
No.
to speak of whatsoever. And they just boot all their kids to coach while they sit first class.
It's not very nice, is it? Oh my gosh, that's so mean. No parent would actually do that.
But then, I mean, of course, they forget their child, and that's bad. But I feel like there's more that they do that's like the way that they let Kevin just get pushed around by everybody, and then they just blame him and send him to the attic.
Yeah, it's actually very sad.
With a weaponized child who pisses the bed to annoy him even more. And they're like, hey, we know he's going to do it. We're telling him to, and we're giving him extra soda.
Yeah. It's the holidays. Maybe they're really stressed.
And then Buzz in the second one humiliates him.
Buzz is a jerk. Yeah. I mean, Kevin is kind of a smartass.
And the other thing that always puzzles me about Home Alone is how in the end, they really all get over the trauma of the experience very quickly.
Mm-hmm. They do.
But all those where'd all the presents in the Plaza Hotel come from? And that's the thing.
They came from the owner of the toy store.
Do we know that for sure?
Absolutely.
For free?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Kevin left him a note.
Yeah. I think his dad paid for it.
No, they're
Yeah.
from the owner of the toy store, Mr. Duncan. Isn't that his name?
Duncan's Toy Shop, yeah.
It's absolutely where they came from.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like FAO shorts.
No, it's definitely from Mr. Duncan. Beyond a doubt. Kind of embarrassed for you that you didn't know that.
I believe that that's where the toys came from. What I'm saying is, did you see the room that they're in? And then remember he gets mad about the bill? Never mind that they are in a suite at the Plaza Hotel on Christmas.
Yeah, that's true. That is.
He freaks out about like $400.
It's 967, I believe.
Oh God. But no, so anyways, I just wanted to, just kind of
One more thing though. After he's gone missing, they finally get back together.
Yeah.
And then he just leaves. They're all joyfully opening gifts.
Oh, yeah.
He just leaves and nobody notices. It goes out into Central Park by himself to go talk to
A homeless woman.
a homeless woman.
With pigeons.
Nobody notices. They've literally been back in contact with him for less than 12 hours. And they're just like, well, there he goes again.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never really thought about it like that. But that is exactly what happens. He just walks out. Mm-hmm. And isn't he still like in his robe?
He must have put a coat on, but he's certainly in his jammies.
Yeah. Kevin McAllister. I saw a thing that Macaulay Culkin had an interview and said that his 3-year-old son is convinced that he is Kevin McAllister and that is a life that he's lived and he did all the things that he did, which
He thinks his dad is Kevin McAllister?
No. He thinks that he himself, the 3-year-old, is Kevin McAllister in the movie. So
What?
Yeah, I saw a quote that like Macaulay Culkin said, like he asked him, "So you remember riding a sled down the stairs?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he's just convinced that it's
Interesting.
just his life.
That means that he's seen it, though. I feel like a lot of times stars, and especially those that leave the industry, don't like to watch the movies they're in. That means
That's
that
true.
his son has been watching it.
You know, but I think there comes a point. I'm just trying to imagine it, right? It's like a really well produced home movie. And at some point, it's like, I was 9. I don't know. It's like you'd watch yourself in a pageant with your kids if it was a Christmas pageant.
Ugh, that sounds awful. No, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
I don't like if it was something that like I don't know that was especially good. I wasn't in anything that I would want to show
Yeah.
anybody, but
The programs I was in were not worth watching.
yeah, I don't think I was in a lot of Christmas programs outside of choir concerts. Anyway, Christmas movies. They are upon us. We have a lot that we kind of have as our staples that we try to get
We have
through.
a pretty long list.
Yes.
Gotta really
That's
start
why
early.
That's why this might be a bit of a challenge.
Why, what might be a bit of a challenge?
The game we are about to play. Our task is, of all of the Christmas movies that we watch, we need to come up with 5 Christmas movies that we are going to say, these are the only Christmas movies that we can ever watch again. This is just for a game. This isn't real life. We are not committing to this. In this game, somebody has come along and said, sorry, you only get to pick 5. And that's all you get now every year.
Can't be done.
And it's a family decision.
It's an impossible task.
Do you have a list of 5 in your head?
5 Christmas movies?
Yes.
Absolutely not. Maybe 25. You really want me to narrow my Christmas movies down to 5? Maybe if I categorize them, I can do 5 per category.
You're going to do 5 total. That's the game.
It's impossible. Can't be done.
Well, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make the impossible possible right now.
Okay.
What is your absolutely not untouchable? Has to be
Definitely
there.
Home Alone. You can't touch Home Alone.
Right.
Has to be in there.
See? So we're already doing
Yeah,
well.
okay.
That's my number 1 too.
Oh,
Number 1
Nice.
with a bullet is Home
All right.
Alone.
Number 1 with a bullet. Home Alone.
It's a staple movie. It's John Hughes. Music's great.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Kevin McAllister is hilarious.
Yeah. And it's paced really well. It doesn't ever drag.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very good.
Joe Pesci is so funny too. His little face he makes.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, I will stop what I'm doing no matter what if I know that if I'm within 10 minutes of the final scene, I am definitely going to hang out.
The
and
music's
watch.
really good too.
I said
And
that.
it's did you?
I did just say
Sorry. Wasn't listening. It's not like there's music, traditional Christmas music in it, but it's like the score is really good
Yeah.
of non-Christmas music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's brilliant. So good. We're off to a good start.
How about it's just 1 and the game is over. We win.
What would number 2 be?
Oh God. This is too hard. I feel like I almost have to say movies that I like and then veto them
Say it, baby.
to get
say
down.
it.
I love White Christmas.
Okay.
I have I would say I have a list of 5 movies
Mm-hmm.
that are nostalgia from my youth that I watched as all the time as a family.
Yeah.
White Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Did you ever watch that one?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's a Wonderful Life
Yep.
and Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Those are ones that like we always watched, my family. I think I could get rid of some of those. I could definitely get rid of White Christmas. I'd be sad about it, but I could say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this conversation a lot over the years that you don't think it's a Christmas movie, blah, de, blah, de, blah. I mean, it's in the frickin' title of the film, but whatever. And Miracle on 34th Street, I like the 90s version with the little girl who played Matilda.
Yeah.
Not like the classical one.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's very good, but I just really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I could say goodbye to that one too.
Okay.
I don't think I could say goodbye to Die Hard. I need that in the running.
Well, it's definitely, I mean, it can definitely be in the running.
I can definitely say goodbye to Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah.
But that is, you should really watch it. Fred Astaire is made into a caricature and it looks exactly like him. It's eerie. I forgot what was the other one I had. Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a wonderful.
I actually don't really like This Wonderful Life. We just always watched it as a family.
All right.
And I feel like what's really interesting about our family Christmas movies, though, is
Is
there's
that they're
like
boring as all hell, and then there's Die Hard?
there's zero overlap between what my family watched and what your family
Yeah.
watched. We have
Yeah.
completely different. What's wrong? What do you mean? They're all boring, and then there's Die Hard.
Yeah. Die Hard's good. The rest of those can just. I mean, if we're gonna get real here, we're talking about those are some low ranking movies.
They're very important to me.
I understand, but you this is a thing that you do that they're very important to you right now, but you don't watch those movies regularly every year.
I always watch White Christmas. White Christmas. I
Yes.
usually watch it by myself
Yeah,
because you don't want to watch it.
right. And there's a lot of other ones on that list.
Yeah, but what's your point?
We're gonna have to make some tough decisions, so we need to carry
All right,
on.
I want to
with it.
keep Die Hard.
Die Hard can hang out.
Okay.
I think there's other movies that you might change your mind on.
Okay.
Because I have already in my head shuffled a bunch of stuff around. So let's talk about some other staples.
You
and
do
just-
this thing though where you've had an entire day to shuffle things around.
I gave you heads up
and you
notice.
expect
I gave
me
you
to just pull it out in an hour.
I gave you heads up notice.
Not enough. All right, Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus.
I'm not
with Tim
saying
Allen?
yes. I'm saying it needs to be
Okay,
discussed.
that's discussed.
Santa Claus has to be discussed. Elf
Yep.
has to be discussed.
hmm
I know you're going to say no to this, but I would like to discuss it.
Well, there's a lot to discuss, right? And then so another one is Love Actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Has it almost been a year since we started doing this?
Yeah.
We talked about Christmas movies before?
11 months in. Well,
Yeah.
we're 45 weeks.
Oh yeah. I still love Love Actually, but it didn't age very well. There's a lot of potentially problematic stuff in there
Yeah,
that I'm
but-
like, oh shit.
I mean,
But
yeah, that yes, I mean, but oh well. I mean, at some point we got to just say.
well, I love Love Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got Christmas Vacation. That's one I'm not gonna let go. There's no way.
I'm not putting it in the top 5. It is not top 5 worthy. Again, you're dismissing my nostalgia as not being important, but yours
this
has
is
priority.
No, I would say that just from an entertainment and rewatchability standpoint, you're gonna pull a lot more out of that. And more enjoyment from a movie like that than you are something like It's a Wonderful Life.
Bingo.
I said I would take out It's a Wonderful Life. I said I would take it out.
All right, so how about this? Just give me your top 5 then. Just don't think. Just give me your top 5. Just what's off the top of the head? What's
Santa Claus, Home Alone, Elf, Die Hard. Santa Claus, Home Alone, Elf, Die Hard. While you were sleeping.
okay? So we only have two to debate, right? Because we are the same on the Santa Claus, Home Alone, and Elf.
Okay.
So first, the Santa Claus for me, I feel like, what did we just look this up? What year did that come out? Like 94-ish, I think we were thinking, or were we talking about a different movie? Doesn't matter.
We were talking about his age.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think we talked about the year it came out.
That's right.
You're officially older.
Yes.
Than the
Or
character.
I have been for 2 years now.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Yeah. But that movie came out like at a time where I think I was right in the sweet spot. Like I might have been almost the same age as the kid that was in it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I was under the impression that we may have been born in the same year.
As the child.
Yes. Who? What?
The little boy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah. What would I have thought? Who would I be
was
talking
very
about?
confused because we were talking about Tim Allen and you being his age. I got very confused and I was
Charlie.
like, no, Charlie.
I think I was about Charlie's age when the movie came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think that it was like right at the perfect time for me to just be like, oh yeah. Like
I didn't watch that when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
No.
When did you see it for the first time? Well, it must have been around me.
Yeah. It wasn't in my rotation.
Man. Yeah, that was a big
I must have been
hit
a
for
teenager.
me very early on. It's a very good movie.
It's delightful. I really want a pair of SC red pajamas.
But those aren't your initials.
I don't care.
You're JC. Still works. Christmas. The real.
Yeah. Jesus is the reason.
We never forget it in this house.
My kids, and that's my kids' initials too. When my kids were born, I had this necklace that had both of their initials. One was a J and one was a C. And then I realized that I was putting out a message I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
I don't wear that necklace anymore. Like, no, it's not what it is.
Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Also amazing.
Elf was so fun because we were actual teenagers when that came out, right? Like we were in like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
2000, 2001, I think.
It was I mean, it's perfect for kids and adults, but I
Yeah.
feel like it was especially perfect for teenagers. It was like right in that middle sweet spot.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, yeah, Will Ferrell was still so big coming off of SNL at that point.
And he was in some stuff that we maybe like weren't supposed to be watching. So it was cool to have him in a movie that we could watch with our parents.
Yeah. He was like really in the middle. He had a lot of movies in a few year span.
Yeah.
And he was in the middle of that. What I always, what's always jarring to me every time I watch it is Zoe Deschanel with blonde hair.
Yeah.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
It like takes me a minute to like remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who is that?
Yeah. It's so interesting.
I love listening to her sing.
Yes, in the shower.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't have to be in the shower.
Oh, I thought you meant specifically from the movie.
Could be anywhere. Well, she also sings out at the end.
Yeah.
She's not. See where your mind went. The movie literally ends with her saving the day by singing.
I think she just sings better naked, is all I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get out! Don't look at me! Get out!
Fair. Touche.
And the acoustics in the shower are always
Can't
good.
be beat.
Always good.
Can't be beat.
Yeah, that movie is outstanding. That was one of the first movies that I remember having on the DVD. On the menu, there was a game where you threw snowballs with the DVD remote. And I think that was the first time I'd ever seen a game on the menu to play. It was awful.
It's also the last.
Yeah, it was not very functional.
Yeah.
It was a good effort though.
Yeah, nice try.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Die Hard and While You Were Sleeping versus Christmas Vacation. And so here's where I'm giving up nostalgia, because it would be A Christmas Story, except for A Christmas Story to me is more like a blankie. Like it's always just kind of there. It's just like on. But I wouldn't miss it if I never really sat down and watched it from start to finish.
Yeah.
So I gave that the old heave ho. And there is a movie that isn't classic, and I don't know that I would make this argument to anybody else but you. And we'll just see how you feel about it. But
Okay.
hear me out.
Okay. This is in place of A Christmas Story?
And this is specifically because are movies for both of us
Okay.
for the rest of time.
Well, until we die.
Just Friends.
Oh, yeah. Sold. Deal.
What does that replace for you?
Christmas Story.
Well, no. We have to come up with a mutual 5.
Yeah, we're kicking out Christmas Story and putting in Just Friends.
No, because you have 2 and I have 2.
So? Where does it say they have to be even? I'm so sorry. You're saying that you...
I'm just saying this is where we could have a discussion.
Yeah, we just did. Just Friends is in. Christmas Story is out.
Right.
So I have to give up one of mine.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh!
And I thought you were saying... Okay.
I get it. I will happily...
So, because I still have Christmas Vacation also there too, and that might have to go. So I'm saying
Yeah.
Just Friends is one of my bottom 2
Yeah.
versus your Die Hard. So we have 4 that we need to narrow down to
Wait,
2.
what are your 5? You didn't
We
even
have-
say your 5. What was that?
My computer updated and the god dang reactions are turned on. It's happened before too. Nobody's said anything, but every once in a while, like if you make a hand gesture, it would like put up a thumb bubble. And so I must have done something that emoted balloons. Well, I can't remove it now, so everybody else.
What are your 5? I feel like, did we skip that?
No, because we have the same first 3.
So you never had to... Oh, no. We have the same first 3, and then you have Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story.
To
Okay.
the conversation.
I told you I didn't want to do this. Okay, so Just Friends,
So we have 2 spots left. We have 4 movies.
but you've just made it 5.
No.
You had 2 and I had 2, but now you added Just Friends.
No,
So
because
now
I
we have-
kicked out A Christmas
Oh,
Story.
you kicked it out.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna have to give Christmas Story the old
I'm caught up.
heave-ho.
I'm caught up.
So
Your...
our first 3 are good.
Got
So
it.
now we have 2 spots left for us, and we have 4 movies that we both would have in our individual top 5s, and we need to bring those down
Yeah.
to 2.
You're sure you don't want to just put Die Hard in the top? You really want to debate this? You're making me debate Die Hard?
No, I'm not.
Why don't we just put it up there?
So would it be Die Hard and then Just Friends?
Yes. I have to give up while you were sleeping?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to say it because I love that movie so much, but I could be convinced. I just was convinced. I mean, it's not a Christmas classic. I just love it dearly with all my heart.
Yeah.
But I will give it up to make our top 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in that scenario, for me, I'm exchanging 80s laughs for when did that come out?
Die Hard?
No, sorry.
Just
Friends. That was like early 2000s.
2010s?
Oh, was it that late?
Maybe? It's Anna Faris.
Yeah, that's true. But she was in she was in Scary Movie like in the early 2000s.
Oh, maybe it was early
yeah,
2000s.
mid 2000s to 2010.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
So funny.
That movie carries in such a short amount of time.
This feels wrong, though.
To have it in
It
there?
doesn't feel like a Christmas classic.
but it's not for anybody else, but for us, it is.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
It's kind of like, it's the exact same thing as I remember there was a time at your family's house in the green room, and I watched Christmas Vacation. Nobody in your family cared. And
Nobody.
I cackled I was crying laughing. And everybody's like, what is this? So, but that's the thing, right? And I feel like when we watch Just Friends, we laugh very hard. There's a lot of funny parts.
because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
When Jamie smiles.
Takes me miles from where I feel unsure.
When there's a line where he goes,
He's Jersey. He skis in his jeans.
that's such a, like, just a on the nose kind of insult. Like skiing in jeans is a real, like you're really putting a sign out on who you are as a person if you're
Yeah.
skiing in jeans.
I feel like that's something my dad would do.
Jeans and a fanny pack in like 10-degree weather. Amazing. Die Hard. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's of course that stays in. We don't watch that a lot though. I guess it's because the kids.
Kids can't watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it last year at my mom's.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not child appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And neither is Just Friends. either.
No. Far less actually.
They
I
have
think-
3. They can watch the 3 family friendly ones.
Yeah.
We'll save the other 2 for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. Our top 5 for all eternity.
Yeah. So again,
We gotta rank 'em?
Yeah. Should we? I mean, I think it's appropriate to do.
Totally.
So we have number 1. We both agreed was Home Alone.
Number 1.
Okay. Number 2. I'm gonna say for me, number 2 is the Santa Claus for me.
Yep. Same.
Okay.
Easy.
Number 3, Elf.
Elf. Easy.
Okay. Number 4, Die Hard.
Easy.
And
Yeah.
number 5.
That was anticlimactic. Should I lie a little? Make it a little more interesting? No.
Here's another question that I had. So, real quick, let's go and I know. So let's say we had the Griswolds, the family from A Christmas Story, the McAllisters. Did I already say them?
No.
McAllisters. Griswolds, McAllisters. I don't know the name of the family from The Christmas Story.
Why are you adding back in movies you already kicked out?
I'm just thinking about Christmas families.
Oh, because then I would happily reintroduce the Callahans.
No, we're not opening this up to anything other
No,
than...
for families.
Oh, for families.
The family from While You Were Sleeping is the best Christmas family.
The best. That's the one you would want to go home to
Yes.
go home for the holidays. Okay,
Yes.
explain what makes them the best.
Oh my gosh, they have so much witty dialogue, banter, and it's just really fun to be a part of. You know, the mom is so sweet. And they're all just like talking, but they're not really talking to each other. You know, they're sitting around the tree, and the mom is like, "These mashed potatoes are so creamy."
Yeah.
And then someone else says,
Alan Ladd wasn't tall.
Marshall Dillon was 6'5".
"It's like."
Yeah, they're all
very
talking to
fun.
each other, but nobody's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she gets the gold when they're opening their presents.
Yes.
It's the gold watch. She's so happy. It makes me so happy. And then the daughter gets earrings that are real earrings.
Yeah.
It's just very happy. It's very exciting. And then Lucy, she just sits back and she holds onto her gift because she's never had a family to enjoy opening Christmas presents with. She just had her and her dad, and she just holds onto her present and looks around the room, and she's so happy. Doesn't that sound lovely?
It does. That's a good pick. I feel like I'm blanking on other. I'm trying to think of other. That was such a good pull.
Oh, thanks.
That was a really, really good pick. I don't think I have one that can beat that. Jesus.
Too much?
No.
Sorry. By the way, I didn't realize how festive our sweaters are. I know you highlighted that we're both wearing sweaters, but
Yeah.
you didn't highlight that they're Christmas.
You know, now that you mention it, it does look like we should be cast in a Lexus Christmas commercial.
December to Remember?
December, remember?
Nathan, you didn't.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Are you kidding me, Nathan? Did you seriously buy a car without asking me?
Well, because for Christmas.
This is a major purchase.
Right? But it was a December to remember.
It's a Lexus. We don't have the money for this, Nathan.
If I ever get a Lexus for Christmas, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad.
It's 2.9% APR.
She's just like, hasn't had a job in like 18 months, right? And the mom's like having an affair.
With the neighbor. And he's trying to impress his son's girlfriend by piercing his ear.
Oh, ew.
It's such a good sketch.
So gross.
But yeah, that's very much the feel.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like we should wear these for like a Christmas photo or something. They look really nice together.
Yeah. Noted. So we have our 5.
Yeah.
I think we would welcome anybody who had thoughts or opinions.
I mean, I'm
on
sure
that
there's
5.
movies we didn't even mention. That's why when we started, I was trying to like go through the list of like what are the movies, and then let's narrow it down.
Well, the thing is that once you start there, you're really going to handicap yourself with all of the reasons you like all the other ones. It's best to just go with the ones that come to the front of your brain first are the ones that you clearly have the strongest connection to.
Yeah,
And so,
it's more fun to talk about them all, though.
yeah, but then it becomes harder to make the decision. It's like
Oh.
trying to pick a movie on Netflix. You know, it's like, man, there's so many good ones. Because there have been years where that's happened to us with Christmas movies, and we haven't watched some staples. Because it's like we sit down to watch a Christmas
Gotta
movie,
have your
and it's like,
staples.
man, what should
Which
we
one?
watch?
Yeah, which one? Which one?
Too many options.
All right.
So there's our 5. Do you have an honorable mention that we didn't that you want to talk about? Is there one that you're burning to?
No, I just I always like Harry Potter. I feel like that gets overlooked as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And then last year, this isn't like, I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, but The Holdovers.
Yeah.
Last year, it was new, so I didn't watch it as a Christmas movie, which I feel like shifts how you approach it.
Well, and we didn't get to it until after Christmas had passed.
Oh, is that what happened?
I think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, because we watched it on accident. You turned it on
Because
it was a Christmas movie.
because it was a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
That's right.
And it's real, like,
yeah, it is good.
in terms of like an actual like good
Yeah.
film, but I don't know. It's like Christmas genre. It's just a
Yeah.
good movie that takes place at Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't really want heavy lifting at Christmas. I think that's why Hallmark does such a good job. It's so fascinating.
Did you just say Hallmark does such a good job?
I mean, they keep making movies
Hmm.
and people keep watching them. And so that's clearly what the people want is they want light, easy, can be interrupted. That's the key.
Yes. I reintroduce Love Actually. Love Actually is the perfect can be interrupted movie.
Yeah.
You can pick up at any minute and enjoy that 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and then
I
walk
know.
away to do whatever you need to
Like
do.
one time I got interrupted right after the opening credits and I was like, oh, that was great. I didn't even need to go back. Like,
Boo.
sorry,
Boo.
you're the one who likes all the problematic
Yeah.
stuff. In
Oh,
it.
and I really like The Holiday. Did we talk about that?
The holiday is
I
amazing.
love The Holiday. I always every year I think, should we have Christmas fettuccine?
I think the hardest part about the holiday for me is the California setting.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the setting in England.
Yeah.
That is great.
That gets
It
you.
really takes me out of it when we're back in Malibu or wherever.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like The Holiday is the reason why I say Happy Christmas.
Is it?
I think so. Where else would it come from?
I don't know. You started saying it a long time ago.
I think it was after I watched The Holiday.
I like when you get little new words in your lexicon out of nowhere.
Why?
I don't know. It's fascinating. It's like watching evolution. That movie is terrific. I would put that's probably in my top 10.
All right.
Yes. I think I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm really, really going to miss out on. And I don't think so.
You just wink at me?
Is that why people wink at people?
What? Why'd you wink at me? That was weird.
Did you just wink at me?
That's because I know how to wink appropriately.
I winked appropriately. We can't not talk about The Grinch.
Which one?
2018, the best one, obviously.
Oh, shout out to D-Man. I watched it yesterday. It's delightful.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like all of them.
Yeah.
I like all the versions.
I don't like the actual cartoon-y version.
The first one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't need
You
to
don't
ever,
prefer the animation?
I don't need to ever see that again.
Really?
Mm-mm.
So you didn't watch that growing up at all?
No, I did.
Oh.
I don't like it.
Oh.
It doesn't. It's not pleasant to my eyeballs.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, that's also for me, that one is that's like a Christmas story for me. Like it's on and it's like, oh, that's nice. But I don't
old one?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't need to watch it.
No.
The new one is great. The music's
So cute.
awesome.
So cute.
Yep. Cucumber sandwich, Benedict Cumberbatch. He's really good. Yeah. And Keenan.
Oh, hair dye. Gorgeous green goddess.
Oh, how did that get in there?
Hey, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfy. We all got to keep the gray away. I myself use chocolate explosion.
Such a
So
nice
great.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we're probably missing some, but I am nonetheless.
Nonetheless? What?
Nonetheless, I am.
None the more. Sorry.
I am happy with the list that we have come up with.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it.
I think it checks all the boxes.
It absolutely does. This is the perfect list.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
Who is that to?
I don't know. Whoever's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Chuck Hadley.
Chuck Hadley. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's certainly, it's such an individual thing. What you prefer, like we talked about. It all depends on kind of who you grew up with and what was on in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it has very little to do sometimes with how good the movie is and more.
That's not true for us, though. The movies that we picked were more the movies that we started watching together.
Yeah,
I gave up all my nostalgia except for Die Hard. That's the only nostalgia I kept. Everything else is based on watching it with you.
Yeah. Well, that right. I mean, I think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
If we're going to be watching it together,
Yeah.
you don't want to watch movies that I'm having great memories.
I'm really happy for you that you're enjoying this film so much, darling. Why are those sisters dancing?
Oh, man. All right. Well, I look forward to watching all the Christmas movies with you.
Me too. We're already halfway through the list.
We are?
3 out of 5.
I have only watched Home Alone.
We watched the Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
And we also watched Elf
When
in
did
the
we
hotel.
watch Elf? Oh, I didn't watch Elf.
Oh, well, me and the kids did.
Yeah, I was watching football.
Oh. Psh.
Should we go check on those kids?
Let's go check on the kids.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye.